This is the Washington Podcast, episode number 8. Isn't that great? Welcome to the Washington Podcast, right here on KDJW5. This is Chuck Strongbacks inviting you to join us for the Quizmaster, Street Names of Philadelphia, and maybe some few stuff you like to enjoy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here he comes, David Washington. Welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen, to the Washington Podcast, right here on KDJW5. But before we begin, we're going to do a little something new. So, band, lift up your horns and do this, please. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Chuck Strongbacks once again. If you like what you see on the KDJW scene, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell icon, and hey, smash that like button. Now, Reverend David Eagle, come over here, please.
Thank you, friends. Reverend David Earl Eagle here. If you'd like to give a little contribution to the DJ Wash community, make sure you go on to Venmo. Yes, hello, Nomi. Yes, so DJ Wash 5 on Venmo. Back to you, Brother David.
Thank you very much. And here's Nomi. David, how you doing, brother? Welcome to the Washington Podcast. The first one up is Nomestead in the great state of Alaska. What a beautiful sight. I wish I was there, but wish I was up there. Yep, it was very nice. I heard how nice Alaska is. Very cool. I wonder how good is the summers up there. I think it might pop up for a while one day in time. Yep. And before we continue, give me some of that Big Blue. This is my friend Big Blue. He and I are together for 5 years, and we're good friends. Cold. I love it. Yes, as Reverend David Earl Eagle says, if you'd like to make a small contribution to KDJW and DJ Watch 5, we're on Venmo at DJ Watch 5, like you see in our little thing earlier. So Nomestead is here with us today, and we're waiting for whoever's going to pop on in to the Washington Podcast Top Chat. And here's like one thing. If you haven't subscribed yet to KDJW, we have 730 subscribers. I'm sorry, 753 subscribers, yes. He says, perfect summer temperatures and beautiful midnight sunsets. Wow, that's lovely. Yes, I think send me a picture about that. I'd like to see some of those beautiful midnight sunsets. They're really beautiful, I think I should say. All right, we're still waiting on where it's like 2 minutes or 3 or so minutes into the show here on KDJW. The reason why I'm wearing my favorite little bling here, this is my Phillies, my little Phillies thing here. Yes, indeed. Oh, thanks very much. H. Lee will be joining us soon. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Thank you very much, Nomi. Yes, make sure you send the link to everybody you meet right here on the Washington Podcast. Me and Big Blue and DJ's Black Beauty is waiting for you to come down and have a good time with us and to try to answer a Quizmaster show very soon. Oh, finishing up a that's good, Nomi. I love that. Can't wait to see it. And, oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, Nomestead has a great YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my friend Nomestead. Support him and also support me too. Support everybody who's in my friendships, friends right here on this great thing called YouTube. Okay, I was about to do some pod news, but nothing's coming up, so I'll just get right on with the weather. Philadelphia reaches up the old 83-degree mark. It's a beautiful day in Philadelphia. Some sun and good temperatures. It is not as hot like the other one. Yep, the heat wave, it was terrible, yep. And I said to myself on Facebook that I'm going to turn in my joke card. Yep, so I'm doing that right now. So, yep, the weather says it's going to be a beautiful 83 degrees in Philadelphia, Delaware Valley area. I think the lower 80s in the low-lying suburbs of this great town. Tomorrow, what's up for tomorrow? I think it's going to be a bit more warmer tomorrow, too. So you better stay hydrated and have a good time, okay? Okay, Nomi's here, looking up for the rest of the gang to come around. So let's start off with a thing called. Actually, let's just like hold off for some of the festivities before we see who else is coming up to do the Quizmaster. Who's going to be the winner of the Quizmaster and Street Names of Philadelphia? Because we got a whole great program lined up, and yes, you don't want to watch it alone. Come on down and join the family. Let's see who's out there. See if I'm going to make a small telephone call. Let me see. I'm just kidding. Call your friends. Call your family out there. Tell them that your old pal, David Washington, is live on the air with DJ's Black Beauty and Big Blue. Oh, yeah. Okay. Thanks very much. Yes, he'll be right back soon, and we'll be right back. So, you know what? Let's take a small break and put up the little skyline thing. We're going to do that. We're going to take a little break. We are like 6 minutes into the podcast. We're waiting for some other folks to come around. So, if you're ready, we'll be right back. Big band sound right here on the Washington Podcast on KDJW. Gnomestead is here with us. I wonder who else is going to be here live with us. I think everybody is busy with a lot of, and thank you very much for sending me those beautiful hearts. That really touched me right here. That really does touch me right here. Thank you very much for that. Yes, indeed. So we're going to get things started with the favorite of some of the folks who watch the show. Is called Street Names of Philadelphia. Yep, this is my favorite book. And I want to say a shout out to the Fandemic crew and my good friend Brett and the gang. They said that they told me that this is their favorite segment on this thing, and it's my favorite thing too. This is really fun. So today, we're going to turn the chapter to one of Philadelphia's most original streets. But unfortunately, the street we'll be talking about, it is not the actual first name. It's like the renamed thing. So you know what I mean. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go through the chapter about Market Street. So, let's start off with Market Street. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Market Street is Street Names of Philadelphia's most greatest street ever, the East-West Street. Now, let's listen to the story, shall we? William Penn decreed that the main east-west street of his new city would be called High. Regardless of the founder's wish, the thoroughfare was, by 1750, commonly called Market. When another marketing street grew up in Philadelphia, it was naturally named New Market Street to distinguish it from the old one. The Market House, an 1824 traveler wrote, which is nothing more than a roof supported by pillars and quite open to reach to each side. Begins on the bank of the Schuylkill. Begins on the bank of the Delaware and runs 1 mile, that is, 8 squares in length. In the middle of the marketplace, to the east of 2nd Street, stood the prison, pillory and stocks. The prison was removed in 1722. Shortly thereafter, at the instigation of Benjamin Franklin, the first permanent street paving in the city was installed along the route. The earliest survey of lots on the Market or High Street was recorded in 1682 on the west side of the street between 3rd and 4th Streets. The name of the street was officially changed to Market in 1853 to conform to common use. By 1883, Market Street was declared a public street from the Delaware to the Schuylkill. West of the Schuylkill, the street was confirmed as far as Cobb's Creek in 1788. The section which ran through Hamilton Village in West Philadelphia was known as Washington Street prior to 1858. The entire stretch of street was widened to its present width between 1870 and 1931. And ladies and gentlemen, whoever is watching out there on YouTube land, that is the story of Street Names of Philadelphia by Robert Ayalada. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, Gnomestead shall be back shortly. We're like halfway through the podcast. We're still waiting for some folks to come over and see who else is there. Who's going to be live? We have a quiz master too. We don't want to sorry about that. There's a little mosquito. He's ready to take my blood. Blah blah blah. I want your blood because I'm Dracula. Blah blah. Yeah. Gotta love that cold beverage. DJ's Black Beauty and Big Blue and everybody here on the Washington Podcast right here on KDJW. Yes, indeed. Gnomestead. Yes. Hope H. Lee is coming. And I know everyone's busy during the summer. People are grilling and people are relaxing on the Jersey Shore or in their neighborhood pool or their swimming parks or something like that. And we have seen the temperature bumped up a little bit. It is now 84 degrees in Philadelphia, wherever you're watching. And here's like one thing. Where are you, everybody? This is a great show, and you're missing it. This is really fun. And yes, and thank you very much, Gnomestead. Welcome back. Now, I wonder if anybody's ready for the Quizmaster. Let's see who's there. Nomi is here. Who else is here? Let me see. Who else is going to pop up here? We're like about to be 14 minutes into the show, and this is really fun. Yes, indeed. So how'd you like the little ditty back there? The skyline and the little graphics and such. That was pretty good. This is the brand new stuff we're happening here. Hopefully, we're going to do it. Now, let's talk about... Oh, yes, indeed. Everyone's playing outside the sun. If you're playing everyone in the sun, hey, get your phones out and watch the show. Take DJ Watch with you on your summer days. Summer days. I forgot the words, but it's nice. And also, today is the 99th birthday of Mel Brooks, the man who is the 2,000-year-old man. Now, that skit was funny, like Carl Reiner and Mel doing the 2,000-year-old man, and that was a funny thing. Let me see. Oh, yes, and the Wild Wild Welcome America festivities are still going on. Philly Captain was there during the Wild Wild Hoagie Day. Unfortunately, I made the supreme sacrifice. DJ has to work. But, however, I went over to my personal corner store and picked up a delicious Philadelphia Italian hoagie. Yep, all your Italian meats and your provolone cheese. I prefer oregano because oregano is my favorite. No salt or pepper. It's savory just the way it is with little oregano. Oh, yeah. Let me see what else is happening here. Oh, yes, in sports, Philadelphia Phillies dethroned the Atlanta Braves 13-0. That is a massacre of a game, ladies and gentlemen. And tonight at 7:15, the Phillies will be back again for game number 2 with the Atlanta Braves tonight at 7:15. Wherever you're watching baseball, hope you have a good time and buy peanuts, Cracker Jacks, hot dog, beer, Roots beer for me, please, and other things like that. Now, let me see. Let's get started with the Quiz Master, shall we? There's somebody out there on YouTube land ready to play the Quiz Master. And I do have a quiz that talks about the SEPTA thing. Oh, and yes, indeed. Mel Brooks is doing Spaceballs 2. Ooh, great movie. I wish I could go there and watch a movie or two, but you know me. Wow. This podcast is dying. Well, everyone's outside playing in the sun. It is a beautiful day outside. I think I'll probably do something myself. I think I'll probably watch the rebroadcast. Yes, that's right. When you come back from the pool or wherever you barbecue or whatnot, make sure you come back and watch the rebroadcast of the Washington Podcast. It is available right here exclusively on KDJW and YouTube, and there's nowhere else you can find it. You cannot find it on Spotify. Definitely not Spotify, because Spotify and I have an argument going on, and I think, yep, Spotify has cost me my ambassador ads, and they have sinned. I have sinned against you. Okay, so we have a quiz and 3 possible answer choices, and one of them is the correct answer. So pay close attention to this. Know me, you have 31 seconds to zero in on this quiz. Wait a minute, I have to read it first. Speaking of Market Street, the Market Frankford line, or L, started in what year? Is it A, 1897, B, 1907, or C, 1927? You have 31 seconds. Oh yeah, that was a nice jazzy tune. Yep, nobody here can do this except for the Washington Podcast on KDJW. Yep, and that is the Poland version of the Jeopardy Think music. And I love it so much, I want to use it. Nomi says C, 1927. Let me see, are you sure? Yeah. I'm going to go through my situation here, seeing if that's it. Yep, we're going to I'm going to zero in on this. Let me see here. Like the first section of the Market Frankfurt, or the L, would begin. Let me see here. Market Frankfurt line, or L, as they call it, SEPTA Metro's L. Okay, let me see here. Well, let me see here. Yep, I think we'll probably give our friends another 31 seconds because I have the situation. And here's like one thing. I'll give you a hint. Between nine. I didn't say it. It was known as the Philadelphia Rapid Transit Company. It started on one of those years, and I don't think it is 1927, but I'll give you an extra 31 seconds. Okay, looks like it hasn't changed from Nomi. He says C. Well, let's give him the answer. You are close, my friend. It is so close. Wow. Yes, indeed. Nomi, thank you very much for the valiant effort of getting the Quizmaster going on. And hey, sometimes, don't worry. There will be another Quizmaster coming up next week on the Washington Podcast. And I hope and pray everybody will be there. Yep. It's really fun doing a show. Wow. Yep. Wow, folks, this podcast is dead. Yeah, Nomi's here and I'm here, but where is everybody? Everyone's out there doing summer stuff. Wow. The temperature's bumped up now to 83 degrees. You know what? We only have about 9 minutes into the podcast, or about 9 minutes before we say good day on the podcast. It has been fun. Now, I'm going to give you some of the things. The operators of the Market Frankfurt L, or the L today, from 1907 to 1939, the operator was the Philadelphia Rapid Transit Company. In 1940 to 1968, it was known as the Philadelphia Transportation Company, PTC. And from 1968 to today, it was absorbed by the Southeastern Pennsylvania Transportation Authority. And I'll give you a little thing about the Market Frankfurt L, or the L. L1, all stops. There are 28 stops between the Frankfurt Transit Center and the 69th Street Transit Center. Locale between Upper Darby and Milbourne, and Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And the owner of this is the city of Philadelphia, from Frankfurt to 15th, and SEPTA from 15th Street to 69th Street. It was opened on March 4th, 1907. 2 tracks. The character is underground or elevated. It is elevated beginning at Frankfurt Terminal. I'll say Frankfurt Terminal because that's the way they do it a long time ago. Frankfurt Terminal, going to Center City, then it'll be underground from 2nd Street, Old City, all the way to 40th Street, not far from the diverted trolleys. And then it'll be up to the elevated again from 46th Street all the way to 69th Street. And, yep, that's what happens. It is 12.9 miles of track. And the track gauge is 5 feet, 2.5 inches, and the Pennsylvania trolley gauge. The electrification of the thing is a third rail, 700 volts DC. It was previously 600 volts DC. The operating speed is 19 miles per hour and 55 miles per hour. That's the average, the 19 miles, and that's the average, and 55 miles is top. And today is National Paul Bunyan Day. Mitchell, where in the world have you been? We've started almost a half hour ago. The latecomers are here. You know what? I'm thinking about moving the podcast to 3:30. And see, your Fast and Furious starts at 6 on the CW tomorrow night. And next Sunday's Jurassic Park. Yep, you gotta love those million-year-old fossils walking around scaring the heck out of everybody. Yes, indeed. And let me see if we can do one final thing. We only have like 5 minutes to go before we say good day. I'll tell you this. The Market Frankfurt, or the L, is the busiest route in the SEPTA system. It's all right. Tubi is nice. It has more than 700,000... I'm sorry. It has more than 170,000 boardings on an average weekday in 2019. The line has elevated and underground portions. And ladies and gentlemen, oh yes, and for some of the folks who just came in, we have talked about whoops, sorry about that. Yep, we've talked about the Market Street on Street Names of Philadelphia. Yep. And happy birthday, belated birthday to Tobey Maguire. Yep, that was kind of fun. Yep. I think I'll probably call this a dead episode podcast because we only have one person here. But Nomi, thank you very much for sticking by. You've been fun, and I gotta say, it's been fun. And we only have like about 4 minutes to go into the podcast. Hope we'll do it again next time, and hopefully we have some folks coming in to say hi to me. Yep. Yes, indeed. This is a dead podcast. Maybe if I was switched to Saturday nights, maybe that would be nice. I'm thinking about that for a long time. So we're about to get into the month of July very soon, and next week is Independence Day, and I don't mean the movie. Yep. July 4th, 2025, will be celebrating the country's 249th year as the greatest country ever. So yes, thank you very much for joining me, Nomi. He is the only one there. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Since Nomi is here all by his own before anyone came in, you deserve a prize, my friend. Would you like a DJ Wash Action News Open? Let me know, and I'll send it to you via email. So email me a request for an Action News Open with my big booming voice. Sunday nights can be good for a live... You know what? Sunday nights. Yeah, I'm thinking about that. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we made it. So anyway, djwash5philly@gmail.com. Send me your request, Gnomestead, and I'll send you an official Action News Open, which I recorded, and we're going to have a good time, okay? Yes, indeed. So that's your prize, my friend, for being the only one sticking around for the entirety of the podcast. So congratulations. Yes, indeed. And that's a rarity thing. I have never seen it like this, you know. So, yep, I do believe that this Saturday will be the last Saturday we're going to do the Washington podcast. Because guess what? We're going to move it to 1 hour Sunday nights at 8. Yes, I am. We're going to do it. So we're going to move it once again from... We're going to move it again. Sunday nights beginning at 8. And the date will be... July the 6th. Yep, indeed. Yep, July the 6th, because the Washington podcast won't be on the air next Saturday. It'll be on the following Sunday, the 6th, at 8 p.m. right here on KDJW. Well, kids, oh yes, and I don't mind 1 hour podcast, so we're going to do it. So thank you very much for watching this episode of the Washington podcast. For Nomi and Mitchell, and sadly everyone else is doing some summer stuff. So come on back Sunday the 6th at 8 p.m. every Sunday night on KDJW. Please join me. So long, everybody. And Nomi, that's a good idea. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're moving the podcast once again, 8 p.m. Sunday night. 1 full hour. Join us. This is Chuck Strongback speaking for the Washington Podcast, a DJ Wash 5 production. And remember, we're moving Sunday nights beginning July 6th at 8 p.m.